Hey everyone, it's Andrew Warner, founder of mixergy.com, home of the ambitious upstart. And you've heard about it, right? About how tough it is to get an app through Apple's internal bureaucracy onto the iTunes store and then finally onto people's iPhones. It's a tough process, and Alex Shaw has stepped up to give you the internal workings based on his experience having gone through this process. And he revealed some things in this interview that he did with me that I don't think Apple is terribly excited about having you here, but I think it's important for you to know. All right, Alex is the founder of a program called FaceDouble. What FaceDouble does is it allows you to upload your picture to your iPhone, and then it will compare you to all kinds of celebrities and finally find your match and tell you which celebrity you look most like. Okay, so here is the first thing that he learned having gone through the process. Let's play it.
Okay. Oh, probably the most significant thing, the directory is ordered by release date. Okay? And when you release your iPhone app, you submit it for approval, and then they say, what date do you want this released on? So what I did is I said, well, I want to release tomorrow. Well, I mean, why should I wait? So when they approved it, like 3 weeks later, the release date that my app had was 3 weeks ago. You see what I'm saying? I submitted it like in October. It got approved like November 19th, but the release date I had chosen was like November 8th. Do you follow?
Yeah.
So when the directory gets sorted, I was not even ever on the front page. I'm like, oops, that was a huge mistake.
And because of that, he lost access to lots of users. And what he recommends that you do is if you submit an app, have your release date set way in the future. You can always bring it back, but if you set a release date that's in the past, it's hard for people to even know that you exist. So always set your release in the future. I hope I'm explaining that right. Download the interview, you're going to get more clarity on that. Next, though, is how he actually did get his original users. Listen to this.
All right, I don't have any. I have like 2 million FaceDouble customers, right? So what I did is I just like massively contacted them and said, hey, I got the iPhone app. You have an iPhone, download it. So like that mistake wasn't the end. Like it wasn't a death throw for me. But I think other people who are just putting something out and they don't have a customer base, right? That could be death for you.
Okay, so we talked a lot about how he was able to reach out to his current users of FaceDouble and then let them know about the iPhone app. And because he was able to reach out to a bigger audience, he was able to get people to use it. And hopefully if you have an audience and you're tapping into them, you can use them to get the initial downloads of your app and then build momentum from there. Next is, perception. So he did a clever thing. He released multiple versions of his application at different price points, just to learn what the process was like and to see what different users are like. Here's a little bit of what he learned based on that.
I think the perceived value is an important factor. If people spend $3.99 for an app, when they uninstall it, they're very unlikely to admit that it's a one-star app. I don't know what it is.
Hey, interesting, right? So the same app, if he releases it at a fee, people are less likely to ding him with negative criticism. If he releases it for free, they're more likely to hit him with negative criticism. What else do we have? Do you go after users or do you do something else? Here's his response to that question.
Focus on the customer's friends more than your customer. You have 10 days. Someone downloads your iPhone app. You have 10 days to get them to get the functionality and tell their friends about it. That's your time window. You better build an app that's freaking easy to use so that they can get the value and either tell their friends or, some way get the viral effect. Now, what I did in my app, you go to the end of it and you get your FaceDouble lookalike, right? You say, this is what I like. Immediately, I say, send this to your friends. Click here. Boom, you click that button. You can't do anything else. You have to exit the app if you want to get out of this. This is the...
All right, and I'll leave that there. Finally, an interesting note at the end of the conversation about the importance of owning your technology. And this is something that's been coming up for me a lot in my interviews with technologists. So I'll play you a little bit of that. Here's what happened. How do I introduce this? Actually, let me just play it. No need for an introduction. I think you could figure it out.
Line after another. I went up last week to talk to LA Unified School District. They're like, we want to use your technologies to take pictures of students and find out like what school they go to using the facial recognition technology off their iPhone, so the truancy officers can take the students back to the right school. It like takes them 2 hours to do that normally. Boom.
So what he's found is that other people have found different uses for his technology, and because he owns it, because he didn't give it away, because he didn't forget to protect himself and to make sure that he owns the technology and the patents, he says he's able to now repurpose his technology for other uses. Okay, so let me leave it there. If you download the interview, you're going to get a whole lot more. I'm looking through my notes to see if there's anything that I need to make sure to let you know about. He's going to talk in the interview about the categorization. What's the significance of the category that you pick inside the App Store? More information about the price point. More information about which bank you should use. Did you know that if you use the wrong bank, you can't get paid? That's why Alex still hasn't gotten paid. He's using a bank that Apple is authorized but isn't comfortable with. So if you download the interview, you'll find out more about that. I'm going to leave it there. I'm Andrew Warner, founder of Mixergy. See you soon.